Welcome to Secure Money Mindset, where seasoned advisors cover the topics that matter most to your financial future. Each episode is packed with practical insight, real conversations, and guidance you can trust. Let's dive in.
Welcome back to Secure Money Mindset, and welcome to a brand new season of the podcast. We're kicking things off with an important guidance for any investor heading into 2026. What does the next year really look like? How should one be preparing? To help break it all down, I'm joined by Matt Crescenzo, a financial advisor here at Secure Planning Group, who's here to talk us through the major themes of LPL Research Annual Outlook.
Thanks, Isabelle. Great to be here and really looking forward to starting this off. It's a perfect way to start the season.
All right, Matt, let's start at the top. How does the economy look overall for 2026?
Yeah, great question, Isabelle. So I call 2026 a transition year. We may see a bit of slowdown to start, but the outlook improves as the year progresses. The job market is cooling, its spending is easing, so that ends up leading to inflation coming down. That gives the Fed room to slowly cut rates, aiming for a softer landing than a hard stop.
So not necessarily recession, but not exactly booming either.
Yeah, that is correct. So the expectation is for modest growth, sluggish early in the year, stronger a little bit later on. A big reason for avoiding a full recession will be the ongoing investment into AI, which is very popular on everyone's mind, and continual fiscal spending, which provides a real cushion for the economy.
Okay, so for the everyday investor, what should they be paying attention to when it comes to the economy?
Yeah, so what's really important is to pay attention to the labor market. That's a key to all of this. So employment drives incoming and spending, and labor spending drives growth. So with that, as long as job losses remain somewhat stagnant, the economy will keep moving forward. Just a more suitable pace than probably what you would see post-COVID surge.
Okay, great. And how are you feeling about the stocks for 2026?
Yeah, another good question. So we're still constructive on stocks overall. The bull market appears to be intact, and with AI tech investments continue to grow and lower interest rates, helping support valuations going forward. So, but we're not expecting this to actually go up in a straight line, which the market really never typically does. Prices are already high, and midterm election years tend to be a little bit choppier. So volatility is likely, but those pullbacks can actually provide some good opportunities to add to strong companies over time.
So investors shouldn't necessarily panic when the market dips.
Exactly. Volatility isn't necessarily bad. In fact, some of the best buying opportunities are certainly happening during temporary pullbacks.
So are there any particular areas of the market that you're watching?
Yeah, so AI continues to be the main driver of all of this and is going to continue to be the conversation for this year and the years that come, especially large cap companies and services. But we're also watching for potential rotations into areas such as healthcare and other broader markets out there. So the key is always to stay diversified throughout your investments, whichever, really should be picking what happened the last 6 years or 6 months is, the best opportunities.
Okay. So Matt, earlier you mentioned midterm elections. How do they factor into the market outlook?
Yeah, so midterm elections are historically more volatile. Politically uncertain tends to make investors cautious, and we often see bigger market swings leading up to the elections. That said, history also shows that markets tend to perform quite a bit pretty well after the 12-month period of the midterm election once uncertainty clears.
Okay, so again, volatility now, opportunity later?
Exactly. So it's another reminder not to make emotional decisions based on headlines.
Okay, exactly. Good advice. What about bonds and cash? Where do they fit in this environment?
Another great question. So bonds are actually pretty competitive right now, mainly because yields are still very high and attractive compared to where they've been over the last decade. Since long-term rates are expected to stay steady, most of your returns is going to come from the income itself from the bond. So as Feds cut rates and cash really won't then become as attractive. So it is important to look for high quality, shorter term bonds. and any start to look for a better option for investors who want to stay steady returns without taking on too much risk.
So cash won't stay king forever.
Exactly. So cash has been great recently, but as rates fall, investors may need to reposition into bonds to maintain their rate.
And is there any risks in the bond market?
Yeah, so there's risk in any type of investment, including bonds. But corporate credit is something we're watching right now. Some lower quality companies are under pressure, so the market is where quality really matters.
Okay. So how about currencies? Anything to watch there?
Yeah, so as we look to the US dollar, it had a rough year in 2025, but there are some reasons I think that it could improve in 2026. So stronger growth, big tech leadership, and a pro-growth policy could really help improve the outlook.
These are great insights, Matt. Thank you. As we wrap up, do you have any final thoughts?
Yeah, so as we head into really 2026, it's shaping to be a year of patience where that'll really pay off. There will be noise, headlines, short-term swings. The long-term fundamentals still support, the strategy of staying invested, being diversified.
And for anyone who wants to go into a deeper look into this outlook.
Yeah, so please, we just did a webinar on this that can be seen on securepg.net that went through this whole outlook for 2026.
Great. And for anybody who wants to keep up on the financial guidance, please follow and subscribe to our Secure Money Mindset podcast and follow us on social media. Thank you all for listening, and we'll hope to see you next time on Secure Money Mindset.
Thank you.
We hope you enjoyed today's episode of Secure Money Mindset. For more, search Secure Money Mindset on Spotify or wherever you listen to your podcasts, and watch full episodes on YouTube. Thanks for listening to Secure Money Mindset, where financial security is a state of mind.